Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're cracking open the architect's brand new toolkit, and let me tell you, it's not what it used to be. We're going to dive into how things like AI, robotics, and these incredible living digital models are completely reshaping, well, everything, from the absolute tallest skyscrapers you can imagine right down to the very homes we live in.
So to really get a handle on just how big this change is, you just have to look at the tools. I mean, think about it. The classic architect's desk, right? Pencils, T-squares, massive paper blueprints. All of that is being replaced by AI, by robots, by something called digital twins. And this isn't just swapping out one tool for another. No way. It's like we're learning a whole new language for how we design and build our world. And, this new language, it's absolutely essential for tackling the first huge challenge we're going to talk about, just sheer mind-boggling complexity. We're not talking about your average building here. We're talking about projects on a scale that was, frankly, unimaginable a few decades ago. Things like Zaha Hadid Architect's incredible twisting super talls, or SOM's massive, basically city-sized airport expansions. So that really begs the question, right? How on earth do you manage a billion-dollar airport expansion or a skyscraper that defines a whole city without just getting totally lost in the details? When you have thousands of people and literally millions of parts, how do you make sure every single pipe, every wire, every single beam fits together perfectly from day one? Well, the answer really starts with this idea called BIM, which stands for Building Information Modeling. And look, don't just picture a simple 3D model. That's not it at all. A much better way to think about it is like a super detailed video game of the building. In this game, every single object, from a huge steel beam down to a tiny light switch, is smart. It's packed with information. It knows exactly what it is, what it's made of, and how it's supposed to connect to everything else around it. Okay, so if BIM is the incredibly detailed plan before you build, the digital twin is the next level. Think of it as the building's living, breathing avatar. It's a virtual model that's constantly connected to the real, physical building through a whole network of sensors. It's feeding back live data 24/7 on everything from energy consumption to structural health. This is an absolute game changer for managing a building for its entire life, long after the construction crews have packed up and gone home. And here's why this matters so much. These digital tools, they solve very real and, let's be honest, very expensive problems. You can simulate the entire construction process in the computer. So you can find that one pipe that's about to clash with an electrical conduit, and you find it before you spent a single dollar on materials or labor. That alone saves an absolute fortune. Plus, it means everyone, engineers, architects, contractors, is literally on the same page, working on the exact same model. And you can see right away how the design choices you make today will affect the building's energy bills 10 years from now. So you see, this idea of tracking and optimizing performance, well, it leads us right into our next huge topic, designing a greener planet. Let's face it, the construction industry has a massive environmental footprint, a truly massive one. And the pressure is on, big time, to be part of the solution. And this quote from Parametric Architecture just nails it, doesn't it? Green architecture, a solution for creating a sustainable future. It really captures this fundamental shift in thinking. It's not enough for architecture to be just beautiful or functional anymore. Now it has to be part of an ecological solution, not another part of the problem. And the ways we're tackling this are just incredible. It's coming from all sides. You've got major firms like SOM pouring money into leading-edge research, but then you also have this explosion of material innovation. We're talking about things like modular timber structures and even biomaterials, like insulation made from mycelium. Yeah, that's literally the root structure of mushrooms. How cool is that? You combine all that with new low-carbon materials that can be 3D printed, and then you use BIM to track the environmental impact of every single choice. Suddenly, you've got this incredibly powerful new toolkit for sustainable design. All right, so we've covered how technology is taming massive complexity and helping us design a greener planet. But what about the soul of architecture? What about pure creativity and coming up with brand new ideas? Well, this is where AI is starting to play a fascinating new role. Not as a replacement for the architect, but as a creative partner. I mean, it's the ultimate challenge for any creative person, right? The terror of the blank page. How do you generate ideas that are genuinely new? How do you break free from the same old forms and the conventional things you've always done to find something truly, truly original? And this right here is the absolute key to understanding AI's role in design. It's not about replacing the architect. It's about being a powerful collaborator. The idea isn't to just press a button and have an AI spit out a finished building. No, It's about using AI as a tool to supercharge our own imaginations. So check out this new workflow. Some people call it living sketches or dynamic sketching, and it's a perfect example of what we're talking about. So step 1, an architect has an idea, maybe just a simple sketch. Step 2, they show that sketch to an AI. The AI then instantly generates hundreds, maybe thousands of variations on that idea. Step 3 is where the human genius comes back in. The architect becomes a kind of editor or a curator. They sift through the options, they pick the best bits, combine them, refine them, and out of that collaboration, step 4, a truly unique concept is born. That initial simple sketch has literally come to life.
Okay, so let's recap. You've used BIM to manage a super complex project. You've used AI as a partner to come up with a radical, amazing new design. That's fantastic. But it's all just pixels on a screen. The big question is, how in the world do you actually build the impossible? Well, the answer lies in what you could call a fabrication revolution, and it's happening on a few fronts. First, you've got robotics showing up on actual construction sites, like Boston Dynamics Spot Dog trotting around doing inspections. Then you have computational design helping to rationalize complex forms. But the real headline grabber, the one that's changing everything, is advanced 3D printing.
And seriously, when we say 3D printing, you have got to get the image of a little desktop machine making tiny plastic toys out of your head. That's not what this is. The applications in design are becoming almost limitless. This technology is scaling up at a truly breathtaking speed. We're talking about printing with concrete, with metal, with advanced polymers, building real, functional things. And the most important thing to realize is that this isn't science fiction. It's happening right now. The technology is being used to create everything from custom furniture and titanium watches all the way up to entire pedestrian bridges. You can make ceramics, fashion and jewelry, even medical implants. And you're seeing these amazing architectural pavilions pop up that are only possible because of 3D printing. It finally lets you build those complex organic shapes from the digital world that were just impossible or ridiculously expensive to make before. So let's pull all of these incredible threads together. We've got BIM, we've got AI, we have this drive for sustainability, and we have robotics and 3D printing. What does all this mean for the architect of tomorrow? Because here's the thing, all of this amazing technology, it's more than just a shiny new set of tools. It means the architect's role itself is fundamentally changing. The role is shifting from being a kind of master builder, this lone genius with a pencil, to becoming more of a conductor of technology. They're standing at the front, orchestrating this incredible symphony of complex systems. You've got AI collaborators, you've got robotic fabrication, you've got these living digital models, and they're conducting it all to bring one singular human vision to life. And that leaves us with this one final, really fascinating question to think about. If our tools can design, and they can calculate, and they can even build, what is left for us to dream? As our tools get smarter and more capable, handling all the technical stuff, the complex calculations, and even helping with creativity, it pushes us, the humans, to ask much deeper questions. It frees our minds to worry less about the how and focus way more on the why. It empowers us to dream bigger and to be the ones who define the values, the vision, and the ultimate purpose that all of these incredible new tools will serve.